We're probably just north, or maybe slightly northwest of Napanee, Ontario. Yeah, so I set up a wild camp here, as I said yesterday, and it worked out absolutely perfectly. And I'll show you. So this is the setting, and they said there was a beach here in literature for the area online, but when I got here, of course, this is all just flat rock. So I don't know, I guess this constitutes a beach. I always thought a beach meant sand, but I think this is actually much better because it's all perfectly flat. Well, relatively flat, and certainly flat enough for me to find a good spot to set up my tent right here on the shoreline. Here's my bike with all my stuff draped over top of it underneath canopy of these trees, and that's a bit of a godsend as well because I'm not subject to dew. You can see, I'm not sure if you can see here, maybe I'll open up. It doesn't matter. Well, you can see the dew collecting on my tent here, so I'm going to have to wipe this down. And there's just a light covering on my sleeping bag, but it's fine. It's nothing really. Just waiting for the sun to come up over that horizon. Usually I leave stealth camps quite early, but I'm pretty tucked away here. So anybody coming into this area, conservation area, I don't think they'll be able to see me unless they come right down here. So, and I've got lots of time today. I only really need to get to Campbellford, or maybe even Hastings, and that's it. So, and that's less than 100 kilometers, and I've got all day to do it. So I'm going to take it easy and enjoy some breakfast and some coffee, and then head out. So other than seeing a couple of people here with dogs last night, including one unfortunate woman who saw me, I guess with no clothes on, in that river over there, just having a bit of end of day kind of washing off of the ride, if you will. Yeah, I didn't see anybody else down here, so I think this is going to work out well. As you can see, it's wall-to-wall sunshine, and I'm looking forward to a great day on the road.
Doesn't get any better than this. See, I'm all packed up here from my stealth / wild camp here at conservation area, and I'm just about to head out. So beautiful morning here. Hung out, had breakfast, a couple of cups of coffee, spent some time waiting for my towel to dry. You can see it's not quite dry because I've got it strapped to the back of my bike, and which makes for a good dryer, but it's mostly dry. And I guess I could have packed it away, but it doesn't take long for towels and clothes and stuff like that to get stinky and really bad when they're packed away in bags, not exposed to the air, and they're still damp. So we want to avoid that at all costs. So I'm using my little clothes dryer in the back, and you can see the bike is all packed up. I'm ready to head out. So plan is maybe to get to Lonsdale, or I don't know, maybe a little bit further. Would like to grab a second breakfast and eventually get to Campbellford today. The lock at Campbellford, the Trent Severn Waterway lock at Campbellford looks like a good place to camp for tonight. So that's what I'm going to do. Unless, of course, another opportunity a little further up the road presents itself. But I think Campbellford, camping at the locks for $5 a night, that's a pretty good deal. All right, that's it. So we're going to head out. We'll see you on the road. I'm here at the Walmart in Bellville, Ontario, and I was just in getting a quick snack at the McDonald's, and I was going to go and do some shopping, and I thought that I'd go to customer service and ask them if they could plug my phone and my camera into one of their outlets and help me do a bit of a recharge while I do some shopping, and then come back. I figured, it's the least I can do, or at least they can do, to show some patronage for me choosing to shop at Walmart. However, they politely declined and said that they cannot charge any devices anywhere in their store. So I don't know, I didn't think that was very good customer service. So I thanked them for their time and decided to go somewhere else and do my shopping. Maybe it's just as well because I'm sure that there are lots of smaller stores and grocery stores and stuff that could use the business more than Walmart here. But anyways, just thought you should know, if you're coming through Bellville and Walmart and you're cycling and you want to charge your devices, I won't be able to do it here. I am on Highway 62 going north of Bellville. This is not exactly the way Google Maps suggested I go. They had a more circuitous route that went a little bit to the east and then goes north and then crosses this highway a little bit to the north, going west. So since I'm on the highway, because I had to go to the Walmart, I'm sticking to the highway. See, the shoulders seem to be really decent, you know, it's not nothing. So it makes for relatively safe riding here. The traffic isn't too bad. I've got my rear view mirror, and so all good, and it's gonna get me to Campbellford a little bit quicker. Thinking of maybe moving on to Hastings, but that's contingent on whether or not the host there that is willing to host Hasty Highlander cyclists camping on their lawn, if he's available, that would be great. I think he's the same guy who's a Warm Showers host, and so if it is, his name is Daniel, and it would be great if I could camp at his place and touch base again. Private campgrounds, I'm sure, are going to be busy, and I'm sure they're going to be expensive. There is a provincial campground, or provincial park, Ferris Provincial Park, just south of Campbellford. But again, as much as I'd like to support provincial parks, for a single guy camping there, if there's room, $50. I'm sure you've heard me whine and rant about this before, but it's just not acceptable. Not for a provincial park. I kind of own them anyways. But the issue is that they actually have to pay for themselves, so then they have to ask market or close to market rates. And I guess I get that, but that's an issue for another discussion, another time. Anyways, that's that. Highway 62 going northbound, Campbellford, perhaps Hastings this evening. We'll see you on the road. Just pulling out of the Foodland here in Foxborough, just north of Bellville. I've got all the groceries I needed, which wasn't a whole lot. And really glad that, I didn't give Walmart the business, and I gave this much smaller grocery store my business. So I'm a little bit further north on Highway 62. Again, this is not the Google prescribed route, but as you can see, the shoulder here is really quite generous. I'm not sure how long this goes on, but if this highway is a kind of a shorter route up to where I need to eventually turn west. Right now I'm going north. But if the shoulders stay like this, this is fine cycling for me. It'll save myself a kilometer or two. Anyways, little things. But still making my way towards Campbellford, and hopefully maybe Hastings. See you up the road. Okay, so Google Maps has emptied me out on this rail trail. I'm not sure what trail this is. I have a feeling it's the Hastings, I think the Hastings Herritage Trail, maybe. It goes from basically Bancroft down to Trenton, Bellville, whatever. But it certainly looks like it, because a number of years ago I rode the Colt, a Central Ontario Loop Trail, and the route advises using this route from Bancroft all the way to the finish in Trenton. But I remember riding it, and it was just so rough because it's it's an ATV trail, basically. And because of that, and they put lots of gravel down, but they don't put the right size gravel that makes it conducive to easier cycling. Now they put down the really, really rough stuff, and I'm not sure why. Cost. Maybe they're trying to, make cyclists avoid using this trail, which is not fair. But I know then it was quite rough, and well, just the experience so far here is the same thing. So I'm thinking this is the same trail. Fortunately, I'm only riding this for maybe a kilometer or two to Marmor Center or something like that, and then I hang a left and go towards Stirling, and I'm sure I'll be on a road of some sort. Certainly a lot better than this, but anyways, the nice thing about this, of course, is it goes through forest like many rail trails do, and it's quite shaded versus being out on the open road, and you're basically in the sun the whole time. That's okay for a while, but it's never fun forever. And so it's nice to get this little break. So, hey, I'll take it. It's not bad. Could be a lot worse. See you up the road, the trail, wherever. Cheers. So this is a Hastings Heritage Trail condition update. Just about a kilometer up from the last clip where I was ranting and raving about how crappy this trail is. What I forgot to mention anyways is every so often the trail conditions will change, and makes for much, it doesn't have to be nice. It can still be bumpy or lumpy and undulating and gravelly and all that stuff, just not tedious like it can often be. And so anyways, every so often the trail conditions change and you get this, and it's actually quite nice. However, and this happens periodically along this route, or so I experienced last time I was riding this south of Bancroft, and trying to points between Bancroft and Trenton. But anyways, so it'll give you some hope, thinking, oh wow, finally the trail is getting better. But my experience has been that it just goes right back to shit. So anyways, but it's nice, hey, listen, when the trail conditions get nicer, it's all good. But anyways, that's just a Hastings Heritage Trail conditions update. All right, and we're making a left turn here onto, a road. All right. I think next stop is a town called Stirling. All right. We will see you up the road. And there before us is the Trent River Valley. And that takes us into Northumberland County. So, and as you can see, Stirling is off in the distance there. It's a fair-sized town. And we've got nothing but down all the way into town. So, really liking this. Anyways, see you in Stirling. Howdy, howdy. So, I'm here in Stirling, and as you can see, I've stopped at the local Tim Hortons. And I'm going to just have a quick coffee, maybe just do a little bit more of a charge on my phone, and then start continuing on west. So it looks like it's not going to be long before I actually connect up with the Hasty Highlander Trail. So, I'm sure it's going to happen today because it's going to happen before I get into Campbellford. And it's either Campbellford or Hastings today. Anyways, but right now, I'm just going to grab myself a coffee and a bit of a recharge. All right, see ya. Hey. Okay, so just coming out of Stirling, and Google Maps suggested I take this rail trail. And I'm thinking, yay, rail trail, I don't have to be on the roads. Well, just like the last rail trail I was showing you, the Hastings Heritage Trail, this one is also seems to be predominantly an ATV trail, and the surface is conditioned as such. just the wrong size boulders, rocks, whatever. And yes, that was a snake that crossed my path. Just rutted, and you can see there's lots of washboard and divots taken out and stuff, and it's quite loose in spots, a lot of spots, and therefore not conducive to, a nice ride, or not conducive to the usual rail trail ride that I'm used to on the Cat Trail or the K&P or any of the other civilized trails. So anyways, I'll take this for a bit, but if this continues, I'll get off on the next road and get onto the main road. I'll put up with traffic anytime over this crap. Hey there. Anyways, that's that. Let's see you down the trail. So it would appear that we are entering the municipality of Trent Hills, and this is where we intersect with the Hasty Highlander Trail. Now, according to the GPS that I'm using, I'm supposed to be getting back onto that ATV trail, rail trail, whatever it is, up here. It kind of veers off the right of this route here, but I'm not seeing it. And if it's anything like the trail back there coming out of Stirling, I'll give it a miss. I'll ride the extra kilometer or two it takes to take side roads and back roads and main roads and whatever it is to get to Campbellford. But I'm just not riding on that garbage. Anyways, so as it were, we're in Hordes Station, and we are on the Hastings Highlander route. And it looks like on the right here is where the trail goes off. Do I give it a try or not? You know what? Maybe I will. Doesn't look too bad here. Let's see what this is all about. Apparently there's a brewery in this town. I don't know. I think I'll probably have more luck as far as Imperial IPAs are concerned up at Campbellford. So, shared recreation use trail, so far so good. It would appear we are on the Hastings Highlander Trail. Who knew? So I'm just outside of Campbellford, and this is the rail trail. And as you can see up there, there is a cat, and we're riding right through the middle of some type of, I guess, farming, harvesting, I don't know, farm supply place? Who knows? Anyways, I'm going to give this guy all the room he needs, because I do not want to be on the business end of those sharp things sticking out of his, oops. There we go. Yeah, he got some sharp, hi there. Some sharp, thorny prongs sticking out the front end of his tractor there. And I'm not interested in ending up on the end of one of those things. So, anyways, but we're far past that now, and we're on the trail. So we're going to continue on the trail, and like I said before, we will see you in Campbellford or before. Cheers! So, as you can see, I am not on the rail trail or anymore. I've taken the highway option because it was nice for a little while, and then it just got really rough and rocky and very, very slow and tedious. So so I'm taking this route, bit of a shortcut. I'll know not to take that section coming back, if we do come back this way, right up to Campbellford, looks like that's where I'll be staying tonight. Probably stay at one of the locks, because the warm showers host in Hastings is not available this evening. And I totally get that. It's Friday night. Okay, just very quickly, on the Hastings Highlander route again. On Hastings Highlander. Hasty Highlander. Geez, am I ever going to get that right? Am I ever going to get any names right? Okay, so you can see the road ahead says no exit, but the route goes right. And there we be. On to gravel. This time a gravel road, and it doesn't seem to be too bad at all. I don't know if you can see just ahead of me there. There's some hillage. So staying on the big road back there would have been easier and more direct route to Campbellford, but it wouldn't have taken me past locks 11 and 12 or 10 and 11 or whatever it is, and that's where you need to get a permit to camp at the locks this evening, or any evening for that matter. So it's just as well that I'm going this way. After a long ride west towards the Trent River, the road is turning, and we'll follow the Trent River all the way up to Campbellford. And if you can see off in the distance there, that's the Trent River. Here's one of the locks, and somebody there. I think they thought I was talking to them, but really I'm just talking to myself and you. So here we are, and this road just hugs the Trent River all the way up. Past the one lock, there's another lock coming up, and I think that's where I'm supposed to get my permit. I think they close at 5 o'clock, and it is 4:30, but I should be able to get there by 5. And I hope it's not one of those situations where, it's Friday night and they want to go, and they start packing up at 4:45, and then I show up at 5 to 5, and they've already turned everything off and they can't produce a permit for me. But I'm sure that's not what's going to happen. I'm sure everything will be just fine. And I'm just getting too anxious, as I often do. But this is by far the nicest ride so far today, so I'm liking this. Also got a bit of a tailwind, which is kind of nice too, which is also a first for today. So, it's all looking up. Gonna stop, get a permit, stop in Campbellford, maybe grab a little something to eat and a beer for the campsite, and then go and set up camp at the lock at Campbellford. Uh-oh. Looks like they finally found me. I guess this is the end of the ride. They're gonna take me down. Actually, I hope this isn't an accident. I hate to see accidents. That's brutal. The car was just burnt right out. It's probably on fire for quite a while before they got here and put it out. Well, it looks like this is my left turn to get to Lock 11. How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
That's awful back there.
It is.
That's terrible. Well, so the route to take me to Loch 11 takes me through Ferris Provincial Park. So this should be interesting. I hope they don't charge me for riding through. I guess we won't know until we know. And I'm going to tempt fate here and say that if the microphone is still working, then you can hear me, and if not, well, then you can't. Last time this happened, just as I started talking about it, the microphone crapped out. I think I'll get a little more life out of this one today because I was able to do a bit of a recharge back there about 50k ago. So anyways, I guess I'm just kind of riding through. Nobody here to stop me. Okay. And apparently there's a suspension bridge up here. So that should be interesting. Okay, well, welcome to, whoops. Welcome to Ferris Provincial Park. Love to camp here, not for 50 bucks. Just saying. This is the River Gorge Trail. This is the final approach to the suspension bridge that I'm assuming I'm going to be able to get off with the bicycle, or get across on the bicycle with. Oops. But you never know. Anyways, oh, excuse me. Thank you. Because I'm sure Google Maps would not have routed me this way if they didn't think I could get across on the bicycle. And I can. This is awesome. Look at this. A suspension bridge. Let's go across the suspension bridge. Wow. Wow. Well, this is very cool. And I guess this is a little hydroelectric station here. Makes perfect sense. If there's lots of running water, they can make electricity. So that was easy enough. I just left lock number 11, got my permit, and now I'm heading up to lock number 13, which is just north of the town site here. I could have camped back there, but I need some services here, and services being dinner and beer, and so that's along the way here in Campbellford, and as you can see, I'm just coming into the town of Campbellford now, and it's nice that it's right along the Trent River here. Okay, here we are in Campbellford, and we're going to go over the bridge that goes over the Trent River. And here you be. There's that way, and then there's this way. And there's a car behind me, and I'm not sure why they're doing that, because there's lots of room for them to go by. Okay, so seems my microphone is still working, and we're here at lock number 13, and this is where I'm going to camp tonight. Doesn't look overly inviting, and I'm not sure where I can set up, probably by one of those picnic tables over there on my left, but let's go check in with the lockmaster. Are they here? Oh, yes, they are. All right, I'm not going to stick a camera in their face. I am at lock 13. I just checked in with the lockmaster. Everything is cool. There's all kinds of places. I can camp pretty much anywhere. similar, I guess, if not exactly the same as the Rideau Canal system. So there's all of that land, the parkland, just over here. I can camp anywhere there. He also suggested going down here. Down there, you can see there's some picnic benches. Looks like there's lots of nice areas there, but there's also a picnic bench here, and it's right beside the Lockmaster station, and it's right beside the washrooms. And so I'd like to be close to the washrooms, so I'm going to camp right here. So, yeah. So this is where I'm going to live for tonight, and I'll get back to you one more time, I guess, after I get set up and cleaned up and all that stuff. All right. We'll see you later.